Hey guys, welcome to Smash or Pass the Ball. My name is Beth, and
My name is Brennan.
we have a guest today on the show, and unfortunately, no Liz. Liz is very ill. Liz texted me and said that she sounds like the cast of The Walking Dead. She says hi, and she's very grateful that you're here, Brennan. So thanks for coming on today.
I'm very happy to be here. It's about time.
It's about time.
I would say.
We went to Newcastle with Brennan, and we kind of I got into Newcastle at the same time that Brennan was really into the team. I feel like you really kind of got me into Newcastle, I will say. Yeah. That was just Man United.
Yeah, I mean, in the first moment when we were there, right? It's just when we first went to the Mayfair for that game against Bournemouth. When Almiron scored that goal and the whole pub exploded, it was very, very entertaining to watch. But I didn't really follow them too much until a bit later in the season when I'm just it's part of the team here.
When we were still in Newcastle? Or
when we were still in Newcastle.
Okay.
It was around spring break is when I really got into them that we had. And then obviously actually going to the game there not technically with Liz, but she was there for it. It solidified it even more.
Yeah, Liz was seated separately from them. Liz has talked about this before.
Liz was sat way up in the stands,
yeah.
and we were sat pretty close to the goal, behind the goal. Very lucky. I didn't buy the tickets the usual way that you're actually supposed to, but it was still worth it.
How did you get them?
Oh, third-party site.
Oh, amazing.
It was worth it though. I mean, I had to go to at least one.
And they won.
Yeah.
They were on a losing streak. I remember that every single game we'd gone to at the Mayfair, they were on a losing streak, or losing or tying. And then you guys went to that game and they won.
Yeah. I think it was
Southampton.
It was the week after they beat Spurs 6-1.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the week after
They scored 5 goals in 21 minutes. I think that was the moment when I was like, yeah, this is the club. This is the club I'm a supporter.
Yeah, this is it. This is the one. This is the one.
Because it was so funny that morning. When the game first started, right, I ordered some food because I was kind of just really tired and I didn't feel like cooking. Mm-hmm. So I went to the door, I grab it, I go back inside my room, sit down, and I see Murphy running off to the flagpole. I'm just like, did they score already? Mm-hmm. And they did. And it was just that's really cool.
Okay. Wait, which game are you talking about? Not
the Spurs game.
The Spurs game where they beat them 6.
Yeah. The Southampton game was fun because they had a comeback in it, and it was a really fun pregame.
And you watched it in person.
Yeah, obviously.
Insane.
That was really fun.
Vibes are crazy. You know that little British boy that goes, "The atmosphere is absolutely insane." It's like a TikTok audio of this little British boy.
I can't say I have, but I'm very, very intrigued
I'll
by
show
it.
it to you after.
Okay.
So let's just get into the news. Brennan, do you want to break the first thing because you love this person?
Oh, I love this person so much. Anthony Gordon finally gets his senior call-up for the England national team. Big ups. It should have happened in November during the first time for the first international break.
Yeah.
Or I guess the last one. All the other left wingers, Grealish is injured. Rashford's putting up stinkers. I don't think there was any other left winger that he should have called. I get calling up Rashford. Rashford will always be there. Probably.
Yeah.
It's just not calling up Gordon as well though. And you call up Jared Bowen over him. Jared Bowen's having an incredible season for West Ham. Don't get me wrong, but it's just Anthony Gordon has just been
consistently
every game,
yeah.
90 minutes, full press, full attempts, just running his feet off of him. And it's really hot when he does that.
Long overdue, right?
Long overdue.
Long overdue. He should have been called up so much sooner.
Later. But it happened, and this is his best chance to really get on the plane for the Euros in the summer. So I hope Southgate uses him well. It's going to be tough. He's facing Bruno this Saturday, so that's pretty funny. They're facing Brazil in his exhibition. Exhibition. That's the word that I mean. But yeah.
Okay, that's exciting.
I'm very excited for that, actually.
His little teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Anthony Gordon, this weekend, Brennan broke the news to Liz that he has a girlfriend. Liz was not okay.
I think that's actually probably the primary cause of her sickness right now.
He said she's not okay, not because she has a cold, not because she has a cough, not because she has a fever, but because Anthony Gordon has a girlfriend.
I think it's because Anthony Gordon has a girlfriend, but I will not I will not bother confirming that because that is unconfirmed.
Really?
Well, I mean, the girlfriend is confirmed.
The girlfriend is confirmed.
Liz found that out in 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
And it was, it's really funny though, because we were just talking about it. Like, we were just talking about Newcastle and whatnot. We were sending each other like texts and stuff. Let me pull up
Your
the
text.
beginning of it and when it started. Let's see. I think this is it. I was talking about we were talking about the Man City game, I think, at the same time. I think this was, I'm not sure if it was.
Was it Raleigh? No, it wasn't Raleigh
no.
Day.
This must have been before. It was Friday.
Okay.
Friday. I was talking about, like, I sent her a meme about the Newcastle injury team, like their medical staff and how terrible they've been. We'll get to that later. She goes like, see, Sean wasn't bad this whole time. Bro was simply fighting for his life. I will not comment. I will comment more about Sean Longstaff later. And then she said, side note, I'm getting all emotional and happy seeing these Anthony Gordon videos and posts for him being called up when I marry him. I'm like, good luck with that. And she said, thanks, Brennan. You'll get an invite. Don't worry. And then I sent, but do you know he has a missus? And she sent some text that screamed that she was about to go a bit crazy.
Yeah. Brennan texted me separately, and he goes, I literally wake up to a text from Brennan, and it's like, I told Liz that Anthony Gordon has a girlfriend. Please watch out. She's not doing okay. Please keep an eye out for her.
Yes.
And I was like so confused. I was like, what is going on? Because I just woken up. And I text Liz, and Liz is all, as you said, she's freaking out because she found out Anthony Gordon has a boyfriend. But she thought has a girlfriend. But she thought it was funnier the text that you sent me. And you were like, please keep an eye out for Liz. Like, please. Told Liz Anthony Gordon has a girlfriend and now she's going crazy. Please keep an eye on her. This is the text that you sent me.
I hope Liz doesn't mind me revealing these texts.
No, she doesn't.
I sent, like, it was more so after the fact that I sent her a photo of a quote with Anthony Gordon saying, my missus has been nagging me about, like, trips to go, and he's talking about, like, oh, Germany's nice because he wants to go to the Euros and with England and stuff like that. She replied, that can't be real. Within 2 minutes of my response text, she found the Instagram of the girlfriend. She found photos of the girlfriend because the Instagram account was private.
Right.
She was asking her to be put in a straitjacket.
Yeah,
she was in denial, honestly, because she said they don't even look like they're dating.
Right.
It was quite hilarious to watch this whole thing play out, but I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna text M to make sure she doesn't actually do anything crazy.
Well, I don't know if you've ever listened to any of our episodes, Brennan, but like Anthony Gordon is like a staple. If there's one thing that is consistent about the show, it's Anthony Gordon. It's that Anthony Gordon will be brought up. It's that Anthony Gordon will be called hot. It's that we will have a clip of Anthony Gordon. We will have him as like part of the podcast, isn't like a news piece or like one of the best players, one of the best moments, every episode. And when we started, like, I wasn't really the biggest fan of Anthony Gordon. Like, I thought, now, there's a soft spot in my heart for him because of how much Liz loves him. And so I feel like her reaction was pretty valid.
It was pretty adequate,
Yeah.
considering that she bought her first jersey of Anthony Gordon.
Right.
After, like, I was, like, mentioning her, I was like, hey, these jerseys are really cheap, and you can get them personalized, too. I'm just like, go get Gordon, because the Pope jerseys are out of sale. It was always funny, though. Like, with Anthony Gordon, like, watching him last season, like, I'm always just like, all right, he's a really good sub. I'm sure he's gonna turn out very well, because he was struggling with an injury in his ankle, I'm pretty sure. He was used a lot as a sub. He was a starter in the Southampton game. He had a lot of good runs, but he just couldn't put the ball in the net.
Yeah.
Like, he just couldn't get that finishing touch that he needs.
Everyone hated him. I remember, like, when we were at the Mayfair, people would, like, boo sometimes. When he would come on.
I mean, yeah, he wasn't most liked amongst Newcastle fans, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It was just because they spent a lot of money and he wasn't producing. I think he cost $45 million. So
He just needs some time. Look at him now.
That's what I was saying. I'm just like, he just needed time. And then, like, the summer Euros, the U21 Euros happened. He won player of the tournament. He goes into the preseason looking very strong, very healthy, and, like, very quick and fast.
Yeah.
And then the opening game against Villa, he gets that assist to Tonali, and it's just like, he's going to prove everyone wrong this year.
And he did. He did prove everyone wrong.
Yeah, he has proved so many people wrong, including me, honestly. I expected him to be better, but I didn't expect him to be, like,
crazy
this level good.
He's literally the pillar that supports your team right now.
He is the most consistent player on our team.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that, like, he doesn't get the ball enough, I feel like, honestly. It's just like he is just going forward with it. He just he doesn't have any help because his supporting player is, like, if we play, like, the inverted, like, left backs and right backs, we have Dan Burn overlapping him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much that really opens up his options, right now at least. Because the Newcastle project is a long-term project, but I still want them to win now, or at least, like, show that they're still improving.
Yeah.
This season is just very unfortunate.
I know.
But
You guys, like, it was such a great start, and then kind of just, like...
We were top of the league for a day. we had.
And what a day that was.
We were on top by goal differential.
What a day that was.
Oh, it was a great day. Sandro Tonali scoring the opening goal, like, assisting in, like, literally every moment, and then it's just like.
And he got kicked off for gambling.
Yeah, it's just a ban. It wasn't kicked off. Like, Eddie Howe wasn't like, go in timeout. Like, it wasn't like that. No, it was just
a year-long ban. Unfortunate.
Yeah, at least until next August, which is around the time the season will be starting up again.
Yeah. So he's going to be back for next season, which is great.
Yeah, it's great.
I guess this kind of counts as, like, you and Liz's, like, Anthony Gordon hotness spiel.
Yes,
I
he's
unfortunately
very hot.
can't, like, I think he's okay looking. I don't share your feelings. So I can't give you what you need. I'm so sorry Liz isn't here. Speaking of Liz, she sent me a voice memo. I think maybe I'll just play it into my mic.
Go for it.
Hi everyone, it's Liz. I'm so sorry I'm not there today. I think I'm battling, like, the Black Plague, but Beth and Brennan are going to absolutely kill it this week. Brennan understands my love for Anthony Gordon. If he doesn't love him, maybe even more. So it'll be like I never even left, I promise. Stay tuned for our episode drop and follow all of our social medias like usual. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. I'm not sure if I love Anthony Gordon more than she does, though. Like,
Okay.
I'm not.
She's just being nice. She knows that you don't.
I mean,
She
I
knows
do
you.
love Anthony Gordon.
She knows that you don't love him more than she does.
Oh, that's a fact. I knew that as soon as, like, those texts popped up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's one player at the club that I love more than Anthony Gordon, though, it's absolutely Alexander Isak. Absolutely.
I love Isak.
I think he is also very, very attractive.
Is he back from injury? Yeah, I agree with you.
He is back from injury.
Okay.
We'll talk more about him later, though.
Yeah. Let's just get through the news.
Let's get through the
portion of
news.
this. Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Anthony Gordon takes up a lot of time.
Anthony Gordon will
whole
always take up
20
a lot
minutes.
of time. Yeah. So, speaking of being called up to the England national team, Kobe Mainu, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Mainu. I've heard all the announcers say his name differently.
Yeah, he's like the newest Man United team member. He's like, did he come up from the under 18s?
He was in the academy.
Yeah.
He's 17 years old and got called up to the senior England team.
Crazy.
At 17 years old is
is-
unbelievable.
He is really good. I feel like he shows a lot of promise. There's been a couple games where I've just been like, oh my god, he's so good.
He is phenomenal.
Yeah.
He is really good at what he does. At only 17, too.
No, I know,
Like,
he's so young.
I will say, he got gabbed by Lewis Miley.
Lewis Miley is,
at
yeah.
Newcastle, at St. James's Park, but Mainu has improved so much more. Like,
yeah.
has a way higher ceiling right now than Miley. Miley can be very good if he starts playing with arrogance. Mainu just plays with, like, this sort of just swagger. Like, he just always just seems to ball out against, like, everyone. He's always he's very in control with the ball.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw that dribble against Liverpool, like, to get into the box, and then I don't know, someone shot right at the goalie after that chance, though. That was just gross. I'm just like,
Yeah,
He's
providing
17.
opportunities. It's like
And then don't even get me started about the goal against Wolves. Ugh.
he scored against the Wolves. He scored against Wolves.
Wolves, it was like it was extra time. Like again, it was in the Prem. Yeah, it's an iconic goal because he nutmegs a defender, sprints to the goal outside the box, far corner, just puts it in like 90+5. It was after Wolves immediately equalized the game in extra time, and he scored that goal. I'm just like, yeah, he's him. He's him a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of killing it. Miley is 16, right?
Miley is 7. I think he's 17 or 18 right now.
Really?
He's about the same age as Manu.
Okay. So they are the same age. I thought he was younger than them.
Yeah. Miley got called up to the England super team or something like that. I think it's like a younger team or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is, but I just know that he got called up for an England call, which is pretty cool. But it's not as big as the senior call that the 17-year-old is getting.
Yeah.
The big question is, who is Southgate dropping?
I don't know.
Like
who's coming off?
I mean, I would drop Henderson, but like
Is Maguire on the team?
Maguire is on the team.
He needs to go.
Why?
He just does nothing.
He was playing striker last game.
Are Kane and Maguire both on the team?
I think Kane is always going to be on the team.
It's just because I don't like them.
You don't like Harry Kane?
I don't like Harry Kane or Harry Maguire. Harry Kane scored the last goal that relegated Leeds, and we watched that. It was our last time at the Mayfair. He scored the goal that got Leeds relegated, and I kind of have a soft spot for Leeds. Like I like them, and he scored the goal in like stoppage time, and they got relegated, and I was so upset. I've hated him ever since. Liz has like long-standing beef with him. I don't really know why she doesn't like him that.
Well, it's just like he went to Bayern, so it's just like he's not in the Prem anymore. But he's also setting records over there.
And then he beat Man United when we played them.
He beat him twice.
Yeah. Well, he scored like a bunch, so I hate him. I hate him so much.
I will say it's gonna be really funny if as soon as he leaves Tottenham, he goes to Bayern. Though they've won the Bundesliga for the last 12 years, right? He goes there, and they don't win the championship for the first time in 12 years. I think that would be the funniest.
That would be the dream.
That's
that
the
would be
dream,
so
and
ideal.
that's like just the funniest moment I think can happen. Like this Leverkusen team undefeated all season, like no losses.
Right.
Like it's just if they're 10 points clear right now.
Yeah.
With like I think 10 games left, so it's gonna be very tough for Bayern to get back into it. But I just don't see how Leverkusen really lose, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, I
Fingers
think it should
crossed.
happen, but it's
Yeah.
whatever. I'm just ranting now because I just want to like laugh at Harry Kane.
Yeah, true. I love that, Brennan. Thank you. Man United captain Bruno Fernandes has said he accepts criticism of his play as a positive and conceded the team has not lived up to expectations this season. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
nothing special
I
there.
mean, I will say he's the second best Bruno in the league behind Bruno Guimaraes.
I love Bruno Fernandes. What?
No.
You don't like him?
I hate him.
Shut up.
No, I won't shut up. He is
No,
a
I'm not
baby.
telling you to shut up. I'm just like, shut up. You don't hate him.
He's just such a baby, man. He's always trying to draw fouls. Like, he just can't seem to, like, he's always running straight to the ref after he gets, like, pushed, like, a tiny bit.
You're describing all soccer players right now. You're describing every single male soccer player in the Premier League.
I'm
Give
sorry,
me
but,
something
like,
distinct.
he literally ignores the play to go talk to the ref sometimes. I haven't seen him score. I haven't seen him score a goal in forever. Last time I think I remember he scored a goal was against Wigan, from what I remember, in the
Let's
FA
see.
Cup, and that was a
Bruno
penalty too, which was even worse.
Fernandes Goal. Let's see. Let's find out. His most recent goal.
I don't follow Man United too much, so
Yeah, of course. No, that's fine. I just want to know what his last goal was, and I also think that. Here's the thing. I think that as a captain, he does well. I think as an authority figure, he does well. I know he's not the best because obviously the team would have been doing better if he was a better captain. But sometimes I feel like I really see him like I see how he can like step into this role of like captain and blah blah blah. And I think it was the game against Munich, first ever leg of the Champions League when we were still in it, and it was like we ended up losing, but we were down 4-2, and we had like a minute left to the game, and Bruno, it was like, I think it was a corner kick. He went off to the corner. Like, I could feel, like, the rage in his, like, blood, because they had just scored, because it was 3-2, and they had just scored the goal,
Mm-hmm.
goes up to the corner, kicks it literally straight into the net. Actually goes straight into the net. No joke. And I think that was the moment I was like, okay. Like when it comes down to it, when it's crunch time, like he can actually like perform. And I know that's not great because you need consistency. You need like, he needs to be able to deliver like something similar. He can't just be like God tier and then most of the time like pretty not good.
The thing is, though, is like with Man United, it's so weird. Like, I just think they are a phenomenal team on paper. It's just the fact that they've been injured, and they've also had their superstars not really be superstars this year.
Yeah.
Rashford has, like, he scored that phenomenal goal at City. I'm just like, oh, he dropped a sick quote, like, if you doubt me, even better. I thought that was cold. He scores, proceeds to drop a 4 out of 10 the rest of the game, and they go on to lose the game to Phil Foden. I just think that, like, that's the most, like, because, like, it was crazy. Like, seeing that goal, I'm just like, holy. Like, and they had, like, a few more breaks. Rashford was through again. The ball, he has the ball at his feet, and then it just goes over his head somehow. I'm just like...
This is his worst season by far. Like,
I haven't really watched a whole lot of his other seasons, but his last season where he wasn't even considered for the Ballon d'Or, which is bullshit. I'm not sure if I can swear. It's just like, that was BS because he was the first Man United player in a long time to have 30 goals in all competitions. He was phenomenal. We both got his jersey when we went there.
Yeah, we for sure did.
So, that was something like, it's just like he's disappeared. You haven't had Lisandro really doing. He's
been injured all season.
He's been injured all season. Your Luke Shaw's been injured all season. You benched Varane for like Victor Lindelof for 7 games for some reason.
It's Ten Hag. Ten Hag is kind of the problem here.
Højlund didn't score for 12 games. He was brought in for 70 million.
I know.
Onana was dropping stinkers sometime.
Onana is my enemy. I don't even get me started. But I feel like. With Højlund, it was kind of crazy because he was consistently scoring in the Champions League, but Prem games, no goals, right? Oh my God, we actually need to get a move on with this. We're too. Hold on. Okay, just run through the news, right?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I'm
Keep
gonna
on
run
going.
through this,
We're gonna
and
run through
then
it?
we're gonna go back. So Man United's new co-owner, Sir Ratcliffe, said he wants to sign the new Kylian Mbappe. Rather than enter the race for the French superstar signature this summer. So he wants to get someone he thinks is going to be as good as Kylian, but...
That ain't going to happen.
That's really not.
That ain't going to happen.
Ratcliffe, please. Tyler Adams is back at Bournemouth and the USMNT. Hope him and his brother, like so his Liz, are doing well. Liz knows his brother. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's very... I wish you were here to tell the story, but... They just, like, know each other. I think, like, they will text or snap, and it's, like, they're acquaintances, buddies. He is her like, pipeline to Anthony Gordon for when he breaks up with Jesus, of course. Because he's definitely marrying Liz. This is the UCL quarterfinal draws. We got Arsenal and Bayern, Atletico Madrid and Dortmund, Real Madrid and City, and PSG and Barcelona.
There are 0 misses in both the Europa League and the Champions League quarterfinal draws.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of honestly unreal. I'm just like, okay, this is what the Champions League is about. Like, it's just like, you got PSG versus Barca, Carolina will just be all over the place. I'm almost kind of happy for her that Messi and Neymar left PSG this summer compared to being at PSG here, because I think if I was a Barcelona fan, I might like just
root for PSG for the.
I'm not sure if I would root for I wouldn't root for PSG because I'm a Barca fan, but it's just like it would hurt to see them playing against you, you know, like especially when they're legends at the club.
True.
So it's just like Messi is probably their greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
So it's just.
He is the greatest. He definitely is the greatest player of all time.
But yeah, they didn't miss with these draws at all.
Yeah.
Arsenal versus Bayern will be very funny if Arsenal lose. I need Arsenal to lose.
them to lose.
I need Arsenal
them
to lose
so badly.
Dortmund versus Atletico is kind of a sleeper. I'm not the biggest fan of both of them, but Dortmund did beat Newcastle twice in the Champions League.
They did. They beat City twice too. United twice too.
And then the real match, Madrid versus City.
Madrid has got to win.
Madrid has to win. I want Madrid to win too, but if City go on to win the Champions League, the Premier League gets a 5th Champions League slot for next season. So that opens up more European hopes for other teams in the league as well.
So if City wins this one and they end up winning the season?
I believe that's how it works. I'm not sure if they win the season, but it's just like if they win a European competition again, I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly. I'm just like speculating because from what I've seen, because a lot of people on Twitter talk about like, hey, we want Manchester City to win because I know it'll open up another Champions League spot.
Okay.
Because then there might be more Europa League spots and more Conference League spots available to the Prem, and then maybe, who knows, some teams can slip into there. But
that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. But I think.
But like I don't know. I feel like my hatred for City kind of.
I honestly
is
don't
stronger than my desire for a 5th slot in the Prem League for.
I don't know who's going to win this, honestly. Like, it's two titans, like literally two titans just battling each other.
Bellingham, please. Bellingham, save us. Bellingham, please save us.
But yeah, it's just all going to come down. Well, I mean, Madrid did get a knock with Courtois is now out with another knee injury as well.
Really?
So he's out for a few months now, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
That dropped, I think, yesterday or today.
Okay.
So that's a very big loss for Madrid. Losing probably the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
Manuel Neuer is still the best keeper in the world, but Courtois is probably number 2.
I would agree with you there. I have no idea what you just said. Okay, so just the standings for the Prem League for this week. Arsenal in first place, Liverpool in second, City in third, Aston Villa in fourth, Tottenham in fifth, Man United 6th, and Newcastle in 10th. Man United and Newcastle are 7 points apart, and in between these 7 points, there's like 4 places in the league. Kind of unfortunate, but
it really is just a dogfight.
Yeah.
In that middle area to try and get like Europa League or Conference League.
No, true.
Like I think all the teams are separated by max 7 points because Newcastle are bottom of the top half of the table. So and Chelsea is 1 point below us. So it's just like it's very close. Like it's gonna be a dogfight. That's why when the Premier League starts back up again in 2 weeks, Newcastle play West Ham, who are above them in the standings right now, and they are, I think, 4 points ahead right now. So it'd be big if they win because then it gets them back up a few places and it keeps it close.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's going to be tough now because in the injury update, Sven Botman is out 6 to 9 months with an ACL injury.
Yep.
Don't even get me started on this injury. They posted.
Let's get you started on this
Okay.
injury.
So we knew Sven Botman was injured for a while.
Right.
We didn't know when and where. Obviously, it came up to the point where he couldn't play in the PSG game at home in the Champions League. That's a couple months later. He comes back, but he does not look like himself at all. He's getting beat a lot. It's almost like he doesn't have the strength to really push people away from him and really cover that ground that he usually does. Like when he's like usually when players slip in behind him, he's always able to catch up to them, like with his long strides and stuff like that, and his like big body as well. He's able to just like bully them off the ball usually. But he wasn't able to do that. He was getting beat a lot.
Yeah.
And an interview comes out in February. Or not in February. I think it's in January, I'm pretty sure. He's like, yeah, my ACL was actually injured. I'm just like, what?
And you told nobody?
It's more so like, why is the staff, medical staff, telling you are okay to play when an ACL injury is always one of the worst injuries any sports player can get?
How long was he out the first time with his ACL injury?
The thing, they didn't actually clarify it was ACL at first, but he was out at least 4 months.
Okay, but did he need more for an ACL injury? Is that what you're saying?
Well, clearly now he does.
Yeah.
He's out 6 to 9 months because he's undergoing an operation. But it's just like, this should have been done beforehand. We all saw the signs. It's just like, who allowed him to play with this bad ACL?
Yeah.
And apparently, he's playing with a bad ACL for the Sheffield United game they won 8-0 and the first Champions League game in Milan.
Oh my God.
He played with a bad ACL and still put up 9 out of 10 performances. And it's just like, okay.
Okay, so you're really talented. You just need to be medicated and You need to be resting.
You just need to recover.
Right.
Like, it's that simple. Like, we think, like, Newcastle has, like, Lascelles filled in perfectly fine while Botman was gone anyways. But it was tough watching Sven recently because it's just, like, he's so much better than this. Like, watching him last season compared to this season is just, like, night and day.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean...
That's fine. He'll be back soon, recovered, 6 to 9 months. Start of next season, he'll be ready to go. Okay, we could just let's pull up the first game we're going to be talking about. So we're going to be talking about 2 games today, the Newcastle Man City game and the United Liverpool game, which when this draw happened, Brennan and I were talking, we were like, okay, like, it's going to be rally, like, we're going to be really sad, but at least we'll be really intoxicated. So it'll be fine, like, we're both going to lose.
I was not intoxicated enough for that day.
Yeah. It was.
The worst part was that I was texting Liz about it. I'm just like, oh, for this draw, it's so obvious, like, what's going to happen. It's just like, oh, we had a good game at Blackburn. We're not going to draw any of the easy game. I can't wait for City away.
Unfortunate. All right, let's turn it up a little bit. So, game starts. 13th minute, I think. City's first goal, right?
Yep.
Oh, no. Let's go back. There we go. So, for our listeners, they're in Newcastle's half. And they're just passing around the ball. Silva.
Oh, that is just...
That is.
You know, when
brutal.
I first saw that goal, I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? Because if you go back, like, you can't even hear any City fans in the stadium. You only you hear all the
Yeah,
Geordies.
I know.
The problem is that that's just unfortunate, and like I get it, but they were also trying a brand new system for this game. They went 5 at the back for the first time I've ever seen.
Okay.
And they put Dan Burn at left wing back. I will talk about that after we finish.
After we finish. But so what happened is they are on the outer corner of the right box. Right? And Silva is just kind of running in with the ball. No one is stopping him. No one is coming up to him.
Close him down.
No one comes even close to him. And then he kicks it from, like, pretty far out from the smaller box on the right side. And he scores. Just goes straight into the back of the net.
It's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, but it's just, like... that kind of set the tone as soon as I saw that notification pop up. I'm just like, oh, dear, here we go.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
It's like there were so many people close to him, but no one, like, stopped him. No one tackled him. No one tried to take the ball away. Everyone's just kind of, like, running around him.
Like, I think it was... Was that Shay? No, it was Willock who put a leg in to actually try to close him down.
Was that Willock?
Yeah.
Was it Isak that was running next to him?
No.
Okay.
Keep the highlights going, because then it will just, like... Because then we can, like... I can talk about other stuff that could pop up as well. Because I know Newcastle got a few chances that they missed, unfortunately. But yeah, the midfield... Lascelles just got broken through again.
Yeah.
It's just like... That's not the same Lascelles who was shutting down Mbappe.
Right.
In both games they played against each other. It's like,
oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good... It stops the break, which is
right.
good. Because City's counter is always very deadly. I think this is goal number 2 right here.
I was just reading what you had written on your doc about how they couldn't even get out of their own half. Like, for most of the game, Newcastle was in their half because they didn't have enough possession to, like, keep the ball away from their half. It is kind of brutal. I didn't watch this game, so I don't... Like, this is all new. Like, I'm reacting, and it's actually, like...
Like, City were just controlling very well. They sent it out wide to Silva here on the right.
Yeah.
He's going to go for goal again. And then
he scores.
Another deflection
in the 30th minute.
It's just like, those 2 goals were so sad to go in, because I'm just like, those should not have gone in.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. Like, the shot was bad, but then it just got, like, underneath him.
Yeah, Dubravka, I feel like they're both just kind of like, he doesn't expect them to go in the ways that they do. So, again, for our listeners, this goal is coming from a very similar spot, the right corner of the big box, and Silva's running in with the ball again. No one is really, like,
He's just barely
tackling him
inside the
again.
18. No one
Right.
comes to close him down.
Exactly.
And then it's just like a free shot.
And then he just kicks it from the outside of the big box.
And then, hold on, I want to see the deflection here again. Did it go off Willock again? It went off. Oh no, it went off.
Did it? Who's that?
I think that's Cher in the middle there.
Did
No,
that
that's not
touch-
Cher.
It kind of bounced off of the shoulder of.
Oh, it's Botman.
Is that Botman?
It's Botman.
Was that his head?
Yeah, it looked
Did he
like
hit
his
it with his head? Yeah. So he kind of like
But yeah, Dan Byrne not closing down his man again.
he hit
Just
it with his head and he deflected it. He was trying to hit it away, but he hit it right into.
Because Dubravka probably has that saved easily if he doesn't
Yeah.
even touch it.
Yeah. Without the deflection, he might have had it saved.
But it's just unfortunate.
But the deflection kind of pushed the ball further back, and so where Dubravka's hands would have been, like that would be where the ball would have been, but it went like right through his legs.
Like I said, it's just
Very
it's
sad.
just really sad and unfortunate. Like they finally get some good zone time here. Great cross from Murphy, and then that's a prime chance that Isak cannot be missing.
Yeah.
Cross goes across. Murphy crosses it all the way across the 18. I didn't see who put the header back in, but Isak had a prime chance in front of goal, and he just
Didn't
was
get
stopped. Was stopped. And there's another chance in this video. Can you like full screen real quick? I want to see.
it. Okay. Sure.
Because yeah, like that's a chance he doesn't miss usually.
Yeah.
Like knowing you have to know as Newcastle that you're not going to get many greater chances than that game. That's a great save.
Yeah.
But it's also
What's the
just
name of the city goalie?
Ortega. They didn't even have
Ortega,
Ederson,
okay.
De Bruyne as well. They didn't have Ederson
Right.
and De Bruyne
I
for
knew
this
that
game.
was De Bruyne.
But yeah,
Okay.
defense is just broken apart again.
Yeah. City just have lots and lots of chances. We need to move on to the next game. But
Okay.
they have lots and lots of chances. Newcastle have like a couple of opportunities, but you know, they miss it. So yeah, these goals kind of.
I could go on and on about that game.
I know. I'm sorry, Brennan. It must have been very hard. The United Liverpool game, I also didn't watch. I don't watch their games because I feel like whenever I watch, they lose. So it's a superstition that, I've decided to just like embrace.
That's what I thought. Whenever I will, like sometimes whenever I watch Newcastle games, I'm just like, oh, they all of a sudden play better when I'm turning it off.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, they might do something in this game.
No, that's not how that works.
But
All
this game was.
This game was
This
like.
is probably game of the season already. I
Yeah?
would say honestly.
Okay.
I don't think there's a game that will top like how good this game was.
This is home game, right?
Yep, home for Man United.
All right. So first goal is
10-minute.
10th minute, yeah. And it was McTominay, love of my life. I actually really like him.
You like McTominay?
I do like McTominay. I think he's kind of slept on.
He's one of the weirdest midfielders ever, honestly.
Why do you think so?
I say that because like he's always scoring these goals, right?
No, I
But it's
know.
like, where is his defensive help? Like, where is he actually being a midi? Because you see like these late runs that he's doing. Like when Garnacho gets the ball, he's playing like he's the striker. But
Yeah.
like he's your midfielder. Like look at how far he came up. Like
I know.
12 yards. And
He's
it's just
never
like,
positioned where he should be. He's always moving forward. He feels like he should be a striker a little bit. But yeah, so is that Rashford? I think Rashford passes the ball back to Rashford.
Finds
McTominay
Garnacho.
gets it.
that was Garnacho.
Oh, that was Garnacho. Oh, McTominay
then-
just kind of taps it in.
Yep.
Last minute. Okay. That was nice. So Garnacho runs in with the ball. Left corner of the small box. He kicks it in. It's deflected by goalie.
Yeah, goalie makes a great save. The rebound just
Here.
literally pops right in front of
Right.
McTominay. And he's just in the
Garnacho
right
runs
moment,
in.
right time, honestly.
Exactly. Deflected off the goalie. McTominay just kind of taps it in.
Yeah,
It's
just-
not like a crazy great goal. It's just like you
it's
said,
a
right
tap
place,
in.
right time.
Right place, right time.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And he's just overjoyed.
he's so overjoyed.
Overjoyed.
Oh, Hoyland's back. I didn't even.
Hoyland is back.
I didn't even
Yeah,
realize that when
I
I was
saw him
watching
in
the
the
game. I was
lineup.
like, what? Next goal comes at 44 minutes.
44th minute. Is it a Liverpool goal?
It is a Liverpool goal.
Ah. Okay. 44th minute. We've managed to keep a 1-0 lead this far, right? Oh, no, 37. There we go. So, Liverpool player has the ball. Nunez just kind of kicks it in from, like, the outer box. It's just a powerful kick. Yeah. Oh, that was McAllister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Endo drove towards the box on 18-yard line on the right side of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Crosses it in. Nunez finds it. Nunez taps it back to McAllister, and McAllister has a great shot on goal. It just squeaks by Onana.
It's kind of perfect.
It's a good goal because it's just like that's a great find from Nunez, and then just a great shot. I think it's just like, great goal.
I think it's also great that he just passed it back instead of like shooting at it, because I think that would have been an easy save for Onana. Even though Onana never has easy saves, every save is.
I mean, even with the deflection though, it kind of feels like he reacted late to that. So it's probably still
Onana is always going to touch the ball. If there's one thing about him, he'll always touch it before it goes in, and then he'll miss the ball. And the next goal is right now?
Yep, right now.
Oh. So in the stoppage time of halftime. This is so funny. Did Salah score?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a bad giveaway from Man United in their own end. It allowed I didn't see who stole the ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was Gomez. Gomez stole the ball.
Okay.
It was kind of free. They had more people in the box. Nunez, great shot. And just
it was a
rebound.
deflection off of Onana's save. So Onana saves it, but he kicks it down, and then it goes right into Salah's legs,
Salah.
and he just kicks it in and he scores. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising because
Varane was standing there, and he's not the goalie.
There's not much else you can
his
really
job.
do in that situation.
Yeah.
Though.
That was like halftime stoppage time. Mm-hmm. What's the next goal, Brennan?
87th minute.
87th. Is that a Man United goal?
It is.
Amazing news. Okay. So Garnacho
Swings it out
passes
wide.
it to.
No, it is Garnacho.
That is.
Anthony gets it in the middle, spins, and scores.
Rare Anthony dub.
Anthony has 2 goals this year, both in the FA Cup. Why does he point to the badge? Man acting like he's a part of the team. I mean, I guess he is for today, but like, I haven't seen him very much anywhere else. Like,
Anthony and.
This was his right foot too.
I know.
Strange. All right.
LOL.
You cannot skip this moment right here. You have to watch this.
I'm watching this whole thing.
Great ball.
Oh my goodness, what
That
a
was
miss.
his chance.
Okay, so Rashford is running into the goal. Goal is empty, open. Goalie runs up to meet him.
He is
right?
onside. He has no one coming to close him down. He has the freest chance of his life.
Goalie is literally out of the
Sends
goal.
it wide.
He is
Sends
out
it
of the
wide
goal.
in the far corner.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was so funny to watch live. I'm just like, he
my
cannot
goodness.
be missing
That was so unfortunate. So now they're tied 2-2.
Extra time.
A lot of attempts, right? Anthony's trying.
The next goal happens in the 105th minute.
105th minute. So the 15th minute
Yes.
of this. Okay.
Right here.
Right here. Is it a Liverpool goal?
Yep.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Who scored that?
Harvey Elliott. He
Okay.
got the ball outside of the 18. Had a good look at goal, so he decided to shoot. Took a lucky deflection off of, I think number 14, from what I saw there. And goes through Maguire's legs and just passed Onana. Because Onana was going to the left, and then he was just caught flat-footed and couldn't really react fast enough to get there.
It was hit from far enough away that, like, I feel like...
This is where I started to notice something. Why is Maguire up top? And Bruno Fernandes was playing at center back, I'm pretty sure. But bad giveaway.
These are
from
questions
Liverpool
you should
there.
just ask. Yeah.
Finds Rashford.
He kind of fumbled. Yeah, Rashford. Rashford
He
makes
made up for it.
He made up for that goal that he
for it.
missed. That empty goal that he missed, and he just hit too wide. It was an empty goal. He runs into the fans as he celebrates. It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I can count his goals in the season on one hand.
Yeah. And he just scores.
Yeah, and it just goes right into the net.
There's
Amazing.
not much else to really say. This ain't the goal.
And then now they're tied up 3-3. This is the 25th minute of the 30 minutes of stoppage time.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of attempts by Man United. Was that Hoyland? No, that was McTominay. He tries to score. Everyone's trying to score. It's not really.
Hesitance from Endo there really cost them here. He
yeah.
hesitates to
Liverpool
play the ball.
fumbled the ball again.
Man United gets the ball, counterattack, 2-on-1. Garnacho finds Amad Diallo.
Ahmad just kicks
and
it
then it's
in.
just cool as you like.
That was.
He got sent
That
off
was
for
beautiful.
this, by the way.
Really?
He got sent off for taking off his shirt. He was already sitting on a yellow, got a yellow
think it
for
was
taking off his
worth it.
shirt, and then he just gets
That's okay. The game's over.
gets a red.
Game's over.
I mean, he's gonna miss the semifinal against Coventry now.
Aw.
So
Coventry, please.
it'd be really funny if you guys lost. Though.
I know.
It would
We
be.
beat
Why you saying
Liverpool
you?
and
Why you
lose
saying
to
you know?
Coventry. It would be really funny if we lose. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I know. It would be hilarious, but it would be within character. Man United obviously will.
But that was a crazy to see develop. I was like, is this actually about to happen right now?
I know.
And it's just like, wow.
So, who ran with the ball first? Who was that?
Garnacho picked up the ball.
Garnacho picked up the ball after
he
they
stole the
fumbled
ball
it.
after some hesitance from Endo and McAllister and Elliott to really play the ball because they didn't know who was going to take it.
Just runs with it.
Garnacho just runs because he knows he has the man advantage with Diallo. Finds Diallo. Diallo pushes off Robertson, just puts it in the bottom right-hand corner.
Bottom right-hand corner.
Just a
There you
good
go.
shot.
It was a great shot. I feel like the way the Garnacho really broke away too was kind of like Liverpool shouldn't have allowed for a breakaway like that to be possible, but they were all in their half.
Well, it was just like the hesitance from Endo
Yeah.
and Elliott allowed that to happen because they had all the people up because
Yeah.
they wanted to get that goal. So
They
it's just like they
wanted to
wanted
get that
wanted to
goal.
risk it, and then that child
didn't pay off.
that
Yeah.
child crying was pretty funny.
No, that's actually that should be our best celebration.
Have you seen there was a video of a Liverpool kid who was reacting to this goal, and he was like on the floor, like convulsing and stuff like that, crying. I'm like, that's just entitlement. Like,
Oh, wait a second. That's kind of sad. Well, you know how it is. You know how they are. They've literally grown up watching these games. It's like it's their Disney Channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, last minute goal from Ahmad is just kind of put us over the top, and we beat Liverpool,
into the
which
semifinals.
kind of unbelievable. Liz FaceTimed me. I was asleep. FaceTimes me, screenshot. Like, I literally wake up to hundreds of texts from people. Liz, Carolina, you had sent me something. People on Instagram had sent me, like, things of the 4-3. It was insane. I woke up to, like, joy.
Yeah.
We'll just briefly talk about the MLS game, the Red Bulls game, in Liz's honor that they lost to Columbus. They lost 0-3. Liz was very upset with this loss, but they move and they play Miami on Saturday, which is going to be a good game. Messi's not going to be playing, though.
Oh.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, we're going to go into our categories. I'm kind of going to just make this up as we go. I'm going to say best goal award. I'm going to give that to Ahmad. Am I? No. I'm going to give it to that second Liverpool goal.
The McAllister goal?
McAllister goal. He kicked it from far away enough where it feels like, I don't know, it was impressive.
It was also just a good set of passes as well that were strung together. Like, it was just like, oh, just a good goal. Like, not much else you can do.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that's okay. Marcus Rashford Hottest Player Award in Liz and Brennan's honor this week. We shall give it to...
Wasn't Gordon it last week?
Liz is not here. Liz is sick. Do you want to make Liz sad?
What do we do?
Announce it.
Is it Anthony Gordon?
Yes, it's Anthony Gordon.
Of course it's Anthony Gordon.
It's Anthony Gordon.
I could have sworn he was it.
He definitely.
Oh no,
has
it
been
was
multiple
someone.
times.
I thought it might have been someone else, but we put Anthony
Brennan,
Gordon.
are you you watch our episodes like religiously? Then you know who it is. Last week you're like,
Well,
okay, who was it last
it was
week?
so
Or
funny.
week
I
before last?
told Liz one week. I'm just like, yo, how hasn't Fabian Schär won hottest player yet? He is handsome. Next week he wins it. I'm just like,
It's because of you. It's because of you.
Totally.
We're listening. We listen to what our fans say.
But it's very fitting for Gordon to get it, obviously. 'Cause he is very
you guys
hot.
think he's very hot for sure.
It is very unfortunate that Liz is not here because this podcast would have just been an hour long of us just talking about Anthony Gordon.
And that's such a missed opportunity. You're just going to have to come back another time when Liz is here. And
Okay.
you guys are just going to have to geek it out.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to miss a classic.
Brennan is skipping class to be here, you guys. We're very honored. Tom Barlow hit
Don't tell my teacher.
board. It's okay. No one's going to tell him. What's your teacher's name?
Actually, no. It's all good. Trust me. It's okay.
Mason Mount wins Himbo Award for the week. So he's back from injury. Liz says she forgot he existed. I forgot he existed. Mason Mount he's just chasing butterflies
there.
on that pitch. He's just chasing dandelions.
He was like
and
the main.
butterflies.
He was the main signing you guys made in the summer too.
I know, it was crazy. I watched an interview after he was signed in the summer, and he was talking about how like coming out from Chelsea, like how he wanted to blah. It was a whole lot, right? He promised a lot, and then he kind of was just like.
He wasn't exactly there.
Yeah.
He just didn't have a great start. Then he got injured. And it's just like it got really bad because like I didn't even think like I saw anything about how bad it got. He was just gone. He like disappeared.
Yeah.
Like they put him in like a time chamber or something. They put him like in deep freeze. And they just like had him in like stasis or something to come back from injury. I just out of nowhere.
That's really funny. Yeah. Best moment we have
Diallo's goal, of course. That is without a doubt. One extra time, 120th minute, last chance of the game. Got that chance in front of all your home fans. Like, there ain't much moments better than that, honestly.
Right. It was crazy. Worst moment for Brennan.
Oh, absolutely. Raheem Sterling's free kick against Leicester in the FA Cup.
Okay.
If you saw the videos, right? Like, he's just outside the 18. He's inside of the D. He's just like... It's a prime chance to score. Like you see, like, this is the goal, right?
Right.
This is the goal?
Right here.
He's, like, lining up. His shot goes all the way up here. And seeing all the angles from, like, all the different Chelsea fans, like, in it, I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, the thing is, though, is like, he scored a banger free kick against Newcastle, like, when they went to visit St. James's. But then...
He can't score for his own team?
But he can't do that against Leicester.
I know.
And, like, in a better spot than it was for the first one anyways. But it was just, like, seeing that, I'm just like, wow, he actually just hit that so bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely one of the worst moments because it was just, like, everyone was making fun of him after that moment. Like, everyone was like, Raheem Sterling can't hurt me today. He can't hurt me today. He can't hurt me today. And then he proceeded to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that the worst moment of the week for you was a Chelsea player's... Is Raheem from Chelsea, right?
Yep, he's
a
on
Chelsea
Chelsea.
player's free kick as opposed to your team's 2-0 loss.
Well, when I think of, like, worst moment, I'm not thinking of, like, Newcastle lost to Manchester City. What a surprise.
What a surprise.
When I saw that free kick, though, and, like, when I considered that he scored a banging free kick against Newcastle, I'm just like...
That was really bad
What?
for you, man. Yeah.
It's just like I don't even know why he was over it in the first place. He also proceeded to miss a penalty in the same game, I'm pretty sure, because he took the ball from Cole Palmer, and he proceeded to whiff. So it's just like, you know, we should just give the whole worst moment to just Raheem Sterling. like that is just.
He had the worst
It
moment
was just
of the
like
week. And that's
unreal.
what we're
Like
gonna,
I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That celebration award, I know we've said this a lot, but when Ahmad scored, go on TikTok, look up Gary Neville. And the way he celebrated after Ahmad scored this last goal, unbelievable. There was a little kid in the stands, which I will include in the timestamps, in the stands, and he was crying when Man United scored, and they kind of panned the camera to his face, and it was so sweet. So I think the celebration after he scored that last-minute goal was
That's a great
goated.
celebration.
Yeah.
But it's also really funny that he got sent off for that as well.
It is really funny. I didn't even know that. Now he's not going to be playing next game.
Yeah.
So you can't take your shirt off?
You can't take your shirt off at all. I think that's been a rule for a while. Like, if you take it off, you'll get a yellow.
But he had
it's always a
already
yellow.
gotten yellow.
It's
Yeah.
never a red, but he already got a yellow before that. So.
He just didn't care.
Yep, he did not care.
You don't really have a player of the week for this week that we all think was a player of the week, so we're just going to skip that category. I will announce Liz's player of the week is Anthony Gordon. She says, and I quote, He didn't do anything impactful, but he also didn't do anything harmful, so that's a win in my book. Everyone else is ass on both NUFC and RBNY.
You know, I feel so bad because, like, reading a tweet that I saw, Anthony Gordon only had 91 touches of the ball. He only touched the ball, I think. No, I don't think it was 91. 91 is a lot of touches.
During the City game?
During the City game,
Yeah,
he
'cause I was gonna say
barely
this.
touched the ball. I think it was. It might have been. I saw 9. I saw 9 touches of the ball, and I'm just like, you're telling me your best swinger, your best playmaker right now.
You only get 9 touches?
9 touches.
The ball needs to be tied to your foot, Anthony.
Yeah,
Like, you need
I
to have the
look this
ball,
up.
like, just on you at all times, and that's insane.
I'm not gonna be able to find it.
That's okay, that's
But
fine.
it's just like
That's really sad. We're just going to go with 9. We spread
9.
false information.
It's just like he didn't touch the ball a lot.
Yeah,
How about that?
yeah, right. Which is really sad because he needs to be touching the ball all the time. He needs to have constant access to the ball because he's like your consistent scorer, I feel. So that's unfortunate. My player of the week, I put down Rashford just because he scored another goal this season. And, you know, he hadn't scored really a lot of goals and he does suck, but at least he scored one. If it had just been that goal that he missed for the game,
He would have booked his ticket to the Euros.
oh yeah.
Like,
You just send him to Saudi. Send him to Saudi. What is he doing?
Why would
Send
you
him
go?
to
Why
Saudi.
would you send him to Saudi? But
Because
there
he's
is
really
rumors
bad.
of the PSG swooping for Rashford.
You think so?
That's what Liz was sending me. I saw those too, but it's just like because they need to replace Mbappe because Mbappe's
Yeah.
leaving at the end of the summer for Real Madrid on a free transfer, which is complete BS. But it's just like they got to replace him somehow. And they were also PSG was also in attendance at the City game for Bruno Guimaraes and Alexander Isak, who are untouchable in my books.
Yeah.
Hence why my player of the week is Bruno Guimaraes. He will always be Newcastle's player of the week until he dies. Always 8 out of 10 performances minimum. No matter the score, no matter who he's playing against, he will always be that big performer for Newcastle. And it sucks that he doesn't have any. He's playing alongside Jacob Murphy, Longstaff, Almiron, to name a few. When it should be
Liz
Joe
is gonna
Anthony.
shoot you down for these.
Well, the thing is, though, is that Liz kind of admitted that like she needed a category for players she loves but suck at their jobs, and I'm just like, oh, are you joining the hater society of Sean Longstaff and Dan Burn? And she's like, no. I'm just like, Liz,
No.
what you're saying is basically being a hater.
Yeah, it's kind of what a himbo is when we explain to you. So Brennan texted us last night. He said, "Guys, what's a himbo?" And we said it's someone who's kind, but a little dumb, and so can't do their job in this scenario. Like, they look kind, they look like a great guy. You'd be friends with them. You'd be cracking on with them at a pub. But when they're on the pitch, they can't score. They don't know what they're doing there. They're just running around, chasing dreams, chasing the sun. So I would say maybe Longstaff.
It's so funny. Anytime Longstaff like does anything, I'm just like, he doesn't have any thoughts. There's not a single thought that goes through his head.
Single thought.
But he
knows
scores
us.
goals out of
Yeah.
nowhere sometimes.
Yeah.
But granted, though, it's been admitted recently by Eddie Howe that he's been playing with a foot injury since
Oh.
Everton of last season.
What is Eddie Howe doing? What is he doing? He knows about these injuries, and he's just like, let's just keep this on the DL. Don't tell. Shh. Don't say anything.
It's nothing. They have nothing to worry about.
That's
apparently.
insane.
But that's why I've always been so confused because he's always been a step behind people. He's
Yeah.
always been like half-hearted in like his
Yeah.
challenges and stuff. Like the foot injury makes more sense, but I'm just like, why haven't we been playing Lewis Miley then?
Right.
Why haven't we been playing anyone else other than
They're
Longstaff?
perfectly healthy players.
Because like the midfield right now for Newcastle is a big problem because they just get broken through so many times. Bruno should never be playing as a holding midfielder.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what Eddie Howe plays him as. And with the new system that he tried recently, where it was like a 3 at the back, like 5 in the midfield, it wasn't for the City game, but like for past games that they've just been doing, he's been playing more as an 8, which allows him to connect with Isak and our wingers more. But it's just like that's something that Newcastle needs to address because he can't be playing alongside.
I know.
In my eyes, bums.
In your ideal world.
Bums. They are bums. Like Dan Burn.
That's
Dan Burn should not
harsh.
be overlapping Anthony Gordon. It should be someone else. And Dan Burn should also never play left wing back. I don't know why. Let's play Dan Burn against Phil Foden.
Let's do that.
Right,
Let's
right,
do
why
that.
don't we do that?
Why wouldn't we do that? Let's take one of the best dribblers in the league and one of the paciest wingers in the
Phil
league.
would get his ass. It would be really sad to watch.
It was very sad to see it. Because Byrne wasn't able to close down anyone. The 5 at the back clearly didn't work for Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
And the problem that I have with that is that he said in the game, he said before the game in his in his pre-match interview, it's like, we're gonna have a go at it. We're gonna go out there and have a go. 2 shots on goal. 2 shots, one on goal. 28% possession. It's like even Pep Guardiola was stunned at like
I
how
know.
different Newcastle was playing from how they usually played.
I know. It's okay.
It's just like,
You guys will get back there, I promise.
oh, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's just like,
Oh, I know.
just
I
like
know we'll
this
be
season
back.
is kind of just like, just go with the flow. Anything happens. We're out of all the cups, so we can't really compete in
I know.
anything. We just have to fight for a Europe spot and hope that Bruno doesn't leave in the summer. If Bruno leaves in the summer, it comes crumbling apart. But granted, 130 million release clause, you can definitely reinvest into some good ass talent. It's just what you do from there. What happens from there?
So true. True words have never been said. And we're going to end on that note. Thank you all so much for listening in. Make sure to follow us at SOP The Ball. Brennan, do you want to shout out your Instagram?
No, I don't need to shout out my Instagram.
He's private, everyone.
It is actually a
He's
private
very
account.
private.
It's also just like I came on here to talk about a sport I enjoy. I do not care about promoting myself.
It's not
I
about
wanted
promoting
to-
yourself. It's about connecting with people who like soccer. Missed opportunity. For
Is it a missed opportunity?
Missed opportunity.
I don't know.
Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Thank you so much.